Honestly, when I say like, I just can't even put into words.
A surreal moment and a dream come true.
I remember walking out on the floor and looking up in the stands, and I see my family there just holding a Mexican flag. And that to me like was a moment that it's just kind of brought everything, you know, full circle.
Blanca Burns is one of a select few chosen to officiate basketball games at the Paris Summer Olympics, including a bronze medal game.
I'll never forget, I was on my flight back from the pre-Olympic qualifying tournament in Spain on the plane, 9-hour flight, and that's when I got the email that I actually made the short list to get selected to be one of the referees to referee in Paris.
Born in Torreon, Coahuila, Blanca is the first Mexican-born female NBA official. But before she stepped onto the world stage, she was shooting hoops at the YMCA when she was just 5 years old.
I did play softball, volleyball, track. I pretty much did it all, just kind of I was experimenting to see kind of what it is that I really loved. And basketball was just something that I just could not get away from.
Blanca and her family later moved to El Paso, Texas, a sacrifice she says her parents made to give her and her sisters a better life.
I definitely had a really good childhood. We didn't have a lot growing up, but I never felt it. And of course, that's a testament to my parents and their hard work and dedication.
The passion for the game only grew as she played for her middle and high school teams, each pass and shot getting her one step closer to the pros.
When did you realize basketball is going to be my career?
I didn't realize that until I was actually in college.
Blanca played at UCO, then transferred to Mid-American Christian. Like many student athletes looking for some extra cash, she took up an opportunity to referee games at the Y.
I got my first start at the Early Wine YMCA in Southwest Oklahoma City, where I pretty much started refereeing 3-year-olds, which they called Tiny Tots.
At the time, she had no idea that calling games for toddlers would lead to an opportunity of a lifetime.
But right now I'm currently working in the NBA G League, WNBA, and then I do FIBA as well, which is the Worldwide Basketball, and then I'm also doing NCAA Men's Division I College.
Blanca earned the designation of the first Mexican woman to officiate an NBA game when she worked the Utah Jazz and San Antonio Spurs game in December of 2021. She also officiated a game in Chicago.
Growing up, I always watched the Chicago Bulls and, was a big fan of Michael Jordan, of course. And so just to get to be in the arena and in that environment, honestly, was just, it was a dream.
No dream is out of reach when you put in the work and stay true to yourself. Blanca is a true testament of that. She's a professional and proudly represents her Mexican roots. Even receiving a National Sports Award from the Mexican president in 2023.
It's everything to me. Honestly, without my culture, I wouldn't be who I am, and I wouldn't be where I am.
With every blow of the whistle, Blanca has become a trailblazer and inspiration to the next generation.
Go and do it. The path isn't always going to be easy, but like I said, those challenges will make you stronger and allow you to be who you're going to be.
Alejandra Briones, KOCO 5 News.